these are all of the hero changes in Season 3 of Overwatch 2. And yes, your eyes do not deceive you. There is a massive amount of changes to multiple different characters, some that you guys probably didn't even know about. And your boy Eversaw is going to go through all of them for you guys. So feel free to skip to the heroes you care most about. But before you do that, did you know 69% of you watching are not subscribed right now? So make sure you hit that subscribe button to gain 3 inches on your shaft. Alright, let's get into the first thing. All heroes, their maximum ultimate charge retained when swapping has now been reduced from 30 to 25. Personally, I don't think it's enough. I think it should be 30 to 20%. I had an idea where I know a lot of times a lot of people forget that they have ult and then they swap heroes and we lose ult completely. It's happened in some of my ranked games, some of my quick play games. So the best solution that Overwatch 2 devs can do is, depending on how much charge you've built up and how much you retain for the next hero. Obviously, I know that some heroes gain ult charge way quicker than others, so obviously it needs to be balanced perfectly. The developer comment, as part of this patch, there was a tuning pass about how often ultimate abilities are being generated, so expect to see several ultimate cost adjustments across multiple heroes. There's been some changes to the tank role passive. The health total for all tank heroes will be lower when playing any game mode that does not require a role queue. Health totals will remain the same for tanks when playing any role queue enabled games. Okay, so anyone that plays non-role queue, you guys know how oppressive it is fighting against like 3 tanks. You've only got 1 support, maybe 1 DPS. So I think just to even it out a bit more. So let's get into some of the changes. Alright, D.va, in her mech based health in role queue modes, she remains at 350 HP. However, her mech base in non-role queue modes has been reduced from 350 to 200. Doomfist. So Doomfist, his base health in role queue modes remain the same at 450. However, in non-role queue modes, it's been reduced from 450 to 300. JunkerQueen, her base health in role queue mode increases. So it was at 425, now it's moved to 450. However, using JunkerQueen in non-role queue mode, her health has now been reduced from 425 to 300. For all you non-role queue mode players, hopefully these changes help your game feel a bit more balanced. But role queue all the way, bro. Role queue all the way. Alright, let's get into some of the main changes. Orisa, her base health in role queue mode remains the same at 275. However, her base health in non-role queue modes has been reduced from 275 to 125. God damn, that's a large drop. He will still have her armor, which is equal to about, I think, 275 health. So her total health in non-role queue would go to 400, and on role queue I think it'd be 550. Her augmented fusion driver, so her main primary fire, the damage fall off range has reduced from 25 to 15 meters. This is a big nerf on Orisa. I think we're going to be seeing a lot less Orisa now because she's not going to be able to put out a bit more damage. She's going to have to push up a little bit more to put out that damage, and if people get speared by her, they probably come out of the 50-meter range depending on how far they were, so she's just not going to be doing as much damage anymore. I think this is a good nerf. Orisa has been dominating season 2, so yeah, I think this is a great nerf. Yeah, so I think we'll be seeing a lot less Orisa in season 3. I hope you guys are happy with that, because I am. I definitely know I am. Orisa just doesn't die, and when she does die, she just gets rezzed by a mercy. So yo, this is a good nerf. I'm happy about this balance. I'm happy about that. Ramattra, his base health in role queue mode remains the same at 450. However, in non-role queue modes, it has been reduced from 450 to 300. The main balance update for Ramattra is his ult, Annihilation. Now, when you're damaging enemies with the ultimate, Annihilation, it slows the timer down instead of pausing it entirely. However, the maximum duration for the Annihilations, I think 20 seconds is still a bit long. I'm not gonna lie, like 20 seconds, that's definitely a team fight that you just win by pressing one button. I still feel like it's quite oppressive. 20 seconds is a long time. We'll see. I need to see in game more, because obviously I know some people can come out of it, but when you're like need to jump on the payload or jump on the point, Yeah, 20 seconds could feel like forever. Also, Ramattra's ultimate cost, Annihilation, has been increased by 12%. The developers left a comment saying the idea of an ultimate ability potentially lasting forever is an exciting concept, but the reality is that if it's too easy to do, it causes a lot of frustration, and with Ramattra's ultimate in particular, an excessive amount of visual noise. We're limiting the maximum duration to 20 seconds, which is still highly impactful for most teamfights, but it guarantees it will end in a reasonable amount of time. I don't know about the 20 seconds, I still think that's too long, but we'll see. Alright, this is some big buff to Reinhardt. We love Reinhardt, we love Reinhardt metas. So, Reinhardt's base health in role queue modes remain the same at 325. His base health in non-role queue modes has been reduced from 325 to 175. Again, he still has 300 HP of armor added to these numbers. So they've made some changes to his charge. The cooldown has been reduced from 8 to 7 seconds. I think this is a good change. It will give Reinhardt a bit more, I guess, mobility. He'll be able to move a bit more. I think this is a good change. I think his big change is going to be the fire strike, which they've increased the damage from 90 to 100. Basically meaning you can send 2 fire strikes out and kill a squishy. So, you know, Junkrats, Pharahs, soldiers, of course, if they're not getting pocketed. Another big change they made is Earth Shatter, his ultimate. The direct hit now is reduced from 250 to 170, which means you can't one-tap squishies with your ultimate. Also, the knockdown duration has been increased from 2.5 seconds to 2.75 seconds. Now, I know Earth Shatter's main use is to knock down the enemy team and then everyone capitalizes on that. It's not really used for the one hit on squishies. So I think this is a big buff to Reinhardt. Also, his ultimate cost has been increased by 7%. I think this is a big change, especially that the knockdown lasts a tiny bit longer. And most times when Reinhardt's Earth Shatter, they throw out a fire strike and they usually charge as well. So I think this is a big change. They also have changed his primary hit, the rocket hammer, meaning that the knockback has been reduced from 10 to 6. Which I guess was done because too many people left his range when they were getting knocked back. This is a great balance for Reinhardt. I think Reinhardt will be quite usable in all ranks now. So the developers did leave a comment. They said that in similar fashion to Roadhog's chain hook combo, they're trying to avoid heroes and tank role from killing enemies in one shot. In most cases, targets on the receiving end will die during the knockdown stun, but it does open up some potential for their allies to intervene. Okay, when they're shattered on the floor, obviously some people might be able to, you know, protect their teammates, either, you know, a May wall or a Kiriko cleanse, something that can help allowing the stunned hero some sort of survivability with great team play. However, they do say that they're fine with keeping the charge pin staying lethal to many characters, as it is very difficult and there's a lot of risk. How many times have you guys seen a Reinhardt pin straight into 5 enemies, missing completely and getting killed? So yeah, you know what, this is I think this is perfectly fine. Also, it said the fire strike damage increase does mean it can once again one shot when combined with Baptiste's amplification matrix, but that requires an ultimate combo with another hero. We'll see how big it plays out and adjust if necessary. Yeah, I think that's quite reasonable because you have to use an ult to get a one shot, like many other things through Baptiste's window. Okay, Roadhog. Roadhog's base health in role queue modes remain the same as 700. However, in non-role queue modes, it's been reduced from 700 to 550. Roadhog's ultimate has now been increased from 6 seconds to 8 seconds. I think this is big. Because Roadhog is able to, you know, smoke his vape and gain his health back and also throw a hook out, I think when you used it in his ultimate, it didn't allow you to have enough ultimate. You just wasted it. So most people didn't even bother actually healing or using the hook. 8 seconds is a very long time. So you could throw out a hook. You can maybe heal yourself and still you have use for your ultimate. The developers left a comment saying, allowing Roadhog to use abilities during his ultimate made it much more reliable in a solo tank environment, though doing so more often, just like cancelling the ultimate as it ran out of time. We're adding a couple seconds to the maximum duration to increase the flexibility of player choices during the whole hog ultimate, but we'll keep an eye on it if it's simply too much damage or knockback overall. He might be usable now. Sigma's base health in role queue mode remains at 350. In non-role queue modes, however, it's been reduced from 350 to 200. He still does have his shield of 200 added on top of these numbers. His ultimate, Gravitic Flux, has been increased by 7%. Winston. Winston's base health in role Q modes remains the same at 350. However, in non-role Q modes, it's been reduced from 350 to 200. He did gain a small nerf to his barrier projector. The health from the barrier has been reduced from 700 to 650. That's a very small change. I don't know if it's going to make too much difference, but we'll have to see. Oh god, Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball has got crazy changes. We actually might be seeing a Wrecking Ball meta. The way I've been playing recently on comp and quick play, Wrecking Ball is everywhere currently. So, in role Q modes, his health has been reduced from 600 to 450. However, his base health in non-role Q modes has been reduced from 600 to 300. And his shield, yes, you heard me right, Wrecking Ball now has shield. His shield health has now increased from 0 to 150. That's big. That's big because Wrecking Ball has health, armor, and shield now. That's really big.
That's what she said.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Wrecking Ball. A lot of Wrecking Ball. Alright, his power driver. The cooldown has been reduced from 10 to 8 seconds. 2 whole seconds. He go up and slam on the ground again. Also, his minefield, his ult. The arming time has been reduced from 1.5 to 1 second. And the ultimate cost has been increased by 9%. Yo, these are some big changes to Wrecking Ball. Big changes. If you saw a good Wrecking Ball, it was tough. But now, I think we're gonna see a lot of good Wrecking Balls. I think he's gonna be able to survive longer. He's gonna be able to, join the fight. Because I know a lot of times Wrecking Ball, he's always looking for heal packs. But I think now he's gonna be able to join the fight a bit more. I think this is gonna be trouble. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is gonna be trouble. The developers left a comment. Wrecking Ball received some of the fewest changes in transition to 5v5, as he proved to be one of the most effective solo tanks in early testing. His extreme mobility and massive health pool enable him to choose when to fight, much more freely than other heroes. These changes are aimed at reducing his downtime so he can press the advantage even further. The regenerating shield health pool often leads to not needing to search for as many health packs before getting back in position. Oh lord, I think they made Wrecking Ball a monster. Oh my god, ranked is gonna be filled with Wrecking Balls. Oh god, what do you guys think about it? Because I think he's gonna be dominating the meta right now. It was maybe too many buffs. We'll see, only time will tell. But right now I've been playing and I've seen too much Wrecking Ball. Alright, Zarya. Zarya's base health in role Q mode remains the same at 250. However, her non-role Q mode has been reduced from 250 to 100. Wait, don't forget, obviously Zarya does have 200 HP of shield. The Graviton Surge, her ultimate, has now been increased by 8%. Alright, let's get into the DPS heroes. Cassidy. Cassidy's getting some big buffs. I'm not gonna be surprised if we see a lot of Cassidy. I doubt we're gonna see any Pharahs in the sky anymore. Cassidy's combat role is no longer blocked by enemy player collisions. So you can go straight through players now. So theoretically, that means you can't get body blocked in doorways. You could just roll straight through them. That buff is more like an ease kind of buff. So it's just, more for comfortability. The main buff is his Peacekeeper, the primary fire. His fall off range has increased from 20 to 25 meters. Now, I know 5 meters doesn't sound like a lot, but the fact that you can 2-tap with Cassidy from 25 meters is gonna make him a deadly mid-range hero. Deadly. I honestly don't think we're gonna see much Pharahs, much Echoes, because good Cassidy players will be able to shut them down at range now a lot easier. We already know how annoying Cassidy's grenade is. I would have loved to see a nerf on that grenade, because that grenade is ridiculous. I would have loved to see a nerf on his grenade, but I think Cassidy's going to be one of the top picks coming into Season 3, honestly. Alright, Junkrat. Junkrat's concussion mine, the maximum damage has been reduced from 120 to 100. The developer's comment says, as the concussion mine already has damage fall off the further from the explosion the enemy player is, lowering the maximum damage will require Junkrat to be slightly more accurate to achieve the same lethality with some of his combos. Oh my god, this is a great change. I can't tell you the amount of times Junkrat just throw their concussion mines as soon as you get close to them. After spamming halfway across the map, their primary fire, they're spamming the primary fire. But as soon as you get close to them, they throw the concussion mine and they hit you once and you're dead. It is the most annoying thing ever. I'm glad it's a change. It means that, yo, you're right. You're going to require a bit more skill. All right, some small changes to Mei. Mei's Blizzard, her ultimate, the cost has now been reduced by 5%. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to feel about this. As someone that plays Mei quite a bit, enabling Mei to get her ult at a quicker rate might be one of the most annoying things to deal with. Okay, Pharah's got a buff as well. Pharah's ultimate barrage, the cost has been reduced by 5% as well. This isn't as bad because Pharah is very easy to kill in his ult, so I don't mind this. It's not as bad, and I don't even think Pharah is going to be that prevalent in season 3. Maybe with a Mercy pocket, but we're going to get into Mercy in a bit. Okay, Reaper. Reaper's ultimate, the Death Blossom, has been reduced by 8%. Nah. Reaper is one of the most annoying ults to face. You just press one button and you get a quad kill, and you're allowing Reapers to get that more often. I don't like that. I don't like that one. All right, Soldier 76. This is a big buff for Soldier 76. Soldier's primary fire, the heavy pulse rifle, the number of shots to reach maximum recoil has been increased from 4 to 6, and his recoil has been reduced by 12%. Hey, yo, what the fuck? I'm sorry, but Soldier's already a good hero, and now you're making him a lot easier to use for anyone. I think Soldier's just gonna be so oppressive. Oh my, we actually might go into hit scan meta. I honestly think this might be a hit scan meta, the way that Soldier and Cassidy have just been buffed. Soldier already has aimbot, but now you're reducing his recoil, so the good players will not even need his ultimate to have aimbot, because you've just reduced his recoil. Okay, so I think it's gonna be a hit scan meta. I don't think we're gonna see anyone in the sky. Good luck, Pharah mains, Echo mains, Mercy mains. I think Soldier's gonna be taken over. Cassie's gonna be taken over. The developer comment, this is more an adjustment for the gun feel rather than strictly trying to add power, but it does have an effect on both. It makes the weapon handle more similar to the original version. In that case, you can burst fire more accurately before the recoil kicks in. All right, Sombra's got a bit of a buff. Sombra is easily the worst DPS hero in season 2, and she was a really good DPS hero in season 1, but she's just ass. So they've changed her machine pistol. So her primary fire, the damage per projectile has been increased from 7 to 7.5. So obviously with a 60 round mag, you're getting what, 30 more damage, I guess? 30 more damage because you're getting 0.5. Not bad, but I don't think it's gonna save her from being the worst hero in the game. The health pack hack duration has also increased from 30 to 45 seconds. That's just gonna be more annoying than anything, to be fair. Just not being able to get a heal pack for 45 seconds and then she just hacks it again. That's gonna be more annoying than anything, but it's not that bad. The developers did leave a comment. Sombra is underperforming after her last round of changes. While we make progress on a small rework for her abilities, this damage increase will help strengthen Sombra even against targets that aren't affected by her hack effect. It's a small increase per projectile, but it adds up quickly due to her fast fire rate. The health pack duration increase is a minor buff to avoid needing to rehack them quite so often. Nah, not bad, but I don't think she's going to be meta. I don't even think she's going to be that good, to be fair. Symettra got a small little nerf. I was about to say buff, but it's actually a small little nerf. So her ultimate photon barrier, the cost of the ultimate has been increased by 10%. Torbjorn's gained a little nerf. Well, not Torbjorn, but his turret's gained a little nerf. It's gone from 250 health to 225. It should have went to 200, but we'll take it, bro. We'll take it. Fuck those turrets. The developers left a comment with the move to 5-5 and one less player to shoot at it. Torbjorn's turret tends to survive longer than ever. We're reducing its health slightly to help it feel less like a 6th player and be easy to deal with once someone turns their attention to it. Yes! Yeah, just make it 200 health, bro. Torb turrets are the most annoying shit, especially if you play a Torb that puts it right in the back and his team is holding for dear life. It is so annoying, especially if you have teammates that don't know how to shoot it. Oh my god, worst thing in the world. Widowmaker gained enough. Her base health has been reduced from 200 to 175. I like this nerf. Widowmakers take over games. If you face a good Widowmaker, it is really tough. If your team don't work together to dive her, oh yeah, I agree with this nerf. I agree with it. Developers left a comment. We experimented with Widowmaker at 200 health for a while due to concerns that the increased power of tanks make her too vulnerable to them. Ultimately, she gains more advantages from 5v5 than she loses. So we're returning her back to 175 HP to better enable more heroes to contest her lethal ranged capabilities. I love this. I love this change. Honestly, Widowmaker is so annoying, and especially a good Widowmaker. So I do love this change. She should die a lot quicker now. Okay, time for the support heroes. Ana. Ana's biotic grenade, the effect duration has been reduced from 4 to 3.5 seconds. Yes, Ana's nade lasts too long. It lasts so long, and you're forced to play Kiriko if you're going against Ana. If your supports are literally forced to play Kiriko to cleanse any anti-nades. Oh, thank God. This is, yeah, for 3.5 seconds, that's all right. Maybe still a bit too long. I would say 3 seconds. Brig's got an interesting rework a little bit. Not a crazy rework, but just a little bit. The repair packs, the healing over time has been reduced from 55 to 50 heals per second. However, now when you attach a repair pack to your teammates, it instantly gives them 25 health. I like that. I like that. There's been so many times where I played Brig and I threw a heal pack and they just died anyway. That extra 25 health could save a teammate. Rally, her ultimate, the cost of the ultimate has been reduced by 10% as well. Okay, I like that. I like that. The developers left a comment saying the repair pack having a small amount of instant healing will help Brig have more agency in saving an injured ally and generally make the ability feel more responsive and impactful. I like that change. I like that change. It's not going to make her meta, but it's a good change. Lucio! Let's go, Lucio! Lucio gained a small buff. The sound barrier. This is one of the best ults in the game. The ultimate had been reduced by 7%. Yo, one of the best ultimates in the game, and you can get it multiple times quicker now. I like that. I like that. Mercy. Oh, this is a tough time for all the Mercy mains out there. Tough time. The cooldown of the Guardian Angel has been increased from 1.5 seconds to 2.5. I can't believe they got in Mercy like this. They're holding the backwards directional input and cancelling the ability to jump. Now moves 20% slow. So basically, backwards Guardian Angel, you're basically going to be moving slow. So basically, they just nerfed Mercy's movement. Hey, oh, they just nerfed her movement. I'm not going to lie. Good Mercies are very annoying to play against them. Very annoying to play against. I think they're just going to make Mercy really clunky to play with now. But it does now reward better positioning with Mercy. So good Mercy players will still make it work. But it is quite a bit of a nerf to Mercy. Mercy's staff healing has been reduced from 55 to 45 heals per second. However, the healing is increased by 50% for allies under half health. Okay, so I guess she's gonna be more of like a savior. No, not the Walking Dead savior, by the way. Not the Walking Dead savior. Oh my God, they completely gutted her regeneration passive. They've given her a new passive called Sympathetic Recovery. Mercy now heals herself with 25% of healing done with the staff. So the developers left a comment, replacing Mercy's regeneration passive with a more interesting interaction was something we wanted to do after all the support heroes gained a similar version of it through their role passive. For the staff change, this will empower Mercy even more as a triage healer and enable her to more often save low health allies. The overall time it takes to fully heal a 200 health hero from 1 HP is about the same as before. Okay, so she's a bit more clutch in saving people now. Okay, her movement has definitely got nerfed, but I think this is a good rework for her healing. For Guardian Angel, the cooldown increase is necessary to reduce the greatly increased mobility resulting from the recent rework to that jump cancel. It enabled Mercy to quickly launch herself long distance in any direction and be overly evasive for such a short downtime. For real, Mercy may love to say, just aim better. Yo, looks like you gotta get your movement better now. You gotta make sure your positioning better now. 2.5. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad. Sorry, Mercy mains out there, but I'm glad about this. My aim is good, but damn, that shit annoying. Moira gained a small buff. Her ultimate Coalescence has been reduced by 5%. I love Moira's ultimate. The fact that you can heal teammates and damage enemies at the same time. I love that. That's a good change. And last but not least, Zenyatta. Zenyatta's Orbs of Destruction, so his primary fire has been increased from 20 to 25. So I guess this just means he gets less downtime by reloading. I know Zenyatta has no mobility, so if you catch him reloading, it's kind of wraps for Zenyatta. But he's got his kick, so... Developers left a comment saying, we've been discussing options to potentially increase Zenyatta's survivability. We've seen previously in the beta that Zenyatta is on somewhat of a knife's edge for balance. Even just 25 more shield have just pushed him into overpowered must-pick territory at the pro level. To balance his powerful damage output, the lack of mobility is an intentional disadvantage by design, so we'd prefer not to change that too much. Instead, we're adding more ammo to lengthen the time between the Zenyatta's most vulnerable, which is when he's reloading. Okay, I love these changes. W changes. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I think, you know, let's wrap up what I think. I think these are amazing changes to multiple heroes. The game's dynamics is going to be changing now. I think we're going to see a new meta. We had Roadhog meta, we had Sombra meta, we had Sojourn Mercy Pocket meta, we're having kind of Widowmaker meta now. But all of these changes I think are going to push the game in the right direction. What do you guys think? I think this is honestly good changes overall. I feel like the game is going to feel more fresh, more healthy. There's going to be more variations of hero combinations. I'm really excited for this. I have been playing a bit of season 3 already, and I'm enjoying it still. But yeah, I'm happy about these changes. What do you guys think about these hero changes? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, YouTube, that's me for today. Honestly, if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate the hell out of you lot. And if you did enjoy it, please leave a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one, YouTube. Peace.